Welcome.
Spotlight
Thank you
Network.
for coming to the sit
Hello.
down. How you doing?
Thank you for having me.
Nah,
I'm doing
it's
good.
it's exciting. I mean, I'm ready to just jump right into it if you're ready. You know what I mean?
I'm
'Cause
excited.
I got some good questions for you. This is my first time meeting you, so I think that's
This is
dope.
my first podcast.
Yeah, what's up?
This
Okay,
is my
okay.
first ever podcast.
This what's up. Okay, perfect. So listen, this record we were just playing. Can you name that record for us?
It's called I Don't Want to Come Down.
Okay. And the only reason we're asking this question is because what's going on with that song on TikTok? I'm not
That song is
like,
going crazy on TikTok right now.
yeah, like how did that was that planned or did you just wake up and something just
That wasn't planned. I was on TikTok one day. I was just scrolling and it was this trend going on. And the trend is like, my name is blank. Apparently you're my target audience.
Okay.
And then the next picture is, this is the kind of music I make. And you put your music on here. And I was like, okay, well, I haven't promoted this song in a minute, so I'm finna put this song on there. I put it on there, post it, go to sleep. I wake up. It's crazy. I was like, oh my gosh. And everybody was like, I was not expecting that.
And it was the first. It's like the beginning of the song, like that you showed.
Yeah,
us
it was the first line.
The first line they got him right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's dope, and not only because of that, because it's like it's kind of funny at first.
Yeah.
But then when you get into the record, you like, whoa.
Like, well, it's actually
It's
fire.
the record's fire. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a good attention grabber.
So do you know or see what's coming with this? As far as like, are you kind of aware? Because you know how this TikTok thing goes. If
I'm excited.
right. So
I
you're-
know things that y'all don't know.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm excited.
Okay. Cool. Okay. We'll have to keep that secret. We'll see what's
yeah,
coming.
we're gonna keep that in the vault.
for another one, for another episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get started. Let's talk about you for a little bit. You know,
Okay.
where are you from?
I'm from Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay, so you're not from Kansas City.
I'm not from Kansas City.
Okay.
I was born in Omaha, Nebraska. I moved to Kansas City when I was like 7 or 8.
Okay. So, that's new to me because I'm thinking you're from here, so that's dope. So what is Omaha like then? What made you guys move from
It's
Omaha to?
like a small town. It's like everybody's super nice. It's not really a lot to do there.
Okay.
I wasn't in a super tough area, so I can't speak much on it, but
Right.
it's the vibe. I would definitely say it gives that home feel. Like Kansas City is a crazy city.
Okay.
It's not like that there.
Okay. In what aspect, as far as like, what, just a lot like
It's
more
just
people?
so much
or?
more calm.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just,
Do you miss it or
yes.
really?
Like the people there are just so much nicer. I feel like the people in Kansas City are so mean.
Then that's just because it's smaller. So
I have no idea.
okay. No, I'm just trying. I'm curious. I've been to Omaha to their zoo, but
But you have
I haven't villaged out past
Yeah.
the zoo, so I don't really know what
They
people.
really are really nice, welcoming people.
Okay. So what? You got any siblings when you grew up, or?
Yeah,
was
I
this-
have. It's me, and I have a brother under me. I have 2 brothers under me actually.
Okay.
Then I have a little sister, and then I have twin brothers. So it's
How many total?
6.
Okay. How was that growing up with?
Crazy, crazy.
Can you elaborate? Like what's?
It's like I was always with some kids, and I didn't even have no kids. I was like, oh my goodness, because I was the oldest of 6.
Okay.
So when we moved to Kansas City, my 2 older brothers, they're younger than me, but they're older, they stayed to live in Nebraska with their dad. So when we moved to Kansas City, it was like, I felt like the only child again.
Oh,
I was
dang.
the only kid in the house, but we would still drive back and forth and pick my brothers up on like holidays or school breaks.
Okay.
And then my mom had my sister. And it was like, okay, I'm a big sister again. And I always had my sister. And then 5 years later, my mama had twins. And I said, okay, now you popping it, girl. Like, okay, slow it down. But that was it after that. And
Okay.
it was a lot when I was younger. But now that I'm older, it's like, y'all kind of cool. I mess with y'all.
Okay. So you guys are close.
Yeah.
Okay. All that didn't.
I feel like when I was younger, it came off as irritation because they always wanted to be around me. But now that I'm an adult, it's like they look up to me because I'm their big sister. So I
Communication
like having them around. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's not so much like watching you. It's like we're kicking it. We're kind of.
They don't be kicking it. They still just be wanting to be up under me. But
That-
now
okay,
that
that's
I'm
cool.
older, I feel like maybe it's because I have a child of my own. It's just like I understand more.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you do have a child, so
Yes.
you think it's easier having a child because you already kind of like been through
Yeah.
a little bit. That's what's up. Okay, we'll talk more about that too. But in a sense of like when you guys moved, was that like what were the reasons? Did you know at that when you were that age, like why you guys moved from Omaha to Kansas City?
No,
Were
I
you
just
upset about
remember.
it?
I just remember moving here. I wasn't really upset because I was super young. Like
Okay.
I wasn't young enough to be like I don't want to move because I have friends in school. You know, because I was little still.
Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, we going somewhere new. It's gonna be a new place, a new school.
Okay.
I was excited,
How
but
how was school for you when you were growing up? Was it like were you like popular, kind of laid back,
in elementary
athlete?
school, I was actually like, I had like a small group of friends, but I was kind of an outcast. I got bullied in elementary school.
What?
I swear.
For what?
I have eczema. I
Oh
have
my
like
God.
really bad eczema. In elementary school, like kids was mean. They used to call me sandpaper skin and
Damn.
alligator skin, and I was like, okay.
How did you deal with that? Were you
I was sad.
sad? Okay.
I was. They
You ever get in
didn't know
fights
I
for
was
that,
sad.
or-
No, I didn't ever get in no fight. My first time getting into a fight was in high school, so I didn't even. Yeah.
Okay. You want to talk about that? How that happened? Was that a bully thing, or were you bullying somebody? Or
I wasn't bullying anybody. I was super standoffish in high school, but a lot of people liked me in high school because I went to Paseo, so we did like performing arts.
oh,
And
okay.
I danced, I did theater, I sung. So everybody was like, that pretty girl Kaleen didn't know how to sing and dance. Like everybody liked me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a likable person in high school, but I was just super quiet. I was just
Okay.
kind of awkward.
Yeah.
So I was going through like a super tough time. One of my friends had passed away,
Mm.
and at the time I was dating this girl, and she went to jail. So I was just sad. I was going through
Okay,
a lot.
yeah, you had a lot going
and
on.
it was
Okay.
this girl, like she just always had a lot of mouth in class. And I feel like that day I just like didn't have
And be
the
like-
patience for it, and it just that shit went all the way left.
Yeah, and then be those times when you just like, yo, I just wasn't feeling it today. Like the
Yeah, I
wrong
just
person
wasn't
said the
feeling that.
wrong shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes it's like, damn, that ass whipping wasn't even meant for you. It's just like you just happened to be there in the misfire.
Damn, that's crazy. So,
Yeah.
okay, going back a little bit. So, you said you didn't do any sports in Paseo. You just did act.
So Paseo didn't have sports.
Oh, okay.
You had to like
'Cause I heard of
go
Paseo, I
to-
never- yeah.
Yeah, you got to go to your neighborhood school to do a sport. So like if you wanted to do sports after school, you had to get on a bus and ride to whatever school was in your neighborhood and do sports for them, because Paseo wasn't like a district school. You could go there no matter where you lived in the city.
Oh, okay.
Because it was for performing arts.
Oh, okay.
So I did sports for Paseo. I mean, not Paseo, Central.
Central. Oh, okay. See, I went to Center, so I'm not sure.
Oh, that was far.
Too-
But we went up against Center, I think.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. I can't. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Oh,
Anyway.
wasn't that long.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so what was high school? I mean, like, so growing up in the area, like, were you active outside? Like, what were you doing outside of school? Was it just you went home? It was just hang out with your siblings, take care of them? Were their parents both there?
If I wasn't in practice, I was super busy in
Okay.
high school. I did dance for school. I did dance outside of school, and I had a dance team outside of the dance team after school. So
Dang.
I was always in practice. I was always doing something. But if I wasn't, I was more than likely with my siblings or I was with my cousins.
Okay. So did you always like want to be an artist? You said you could sing, but I know a lot of people say they can sing, but they don't ever like, think about becoming.
I always wanted to be an artist. When I was
Okay.
super young, like in pre-K, when I ask you what you want to be when you grow up, I always knew I wanted to be a singer. I went through like a time where I was like, I don't want to do music anymore because it was like an outlet for me.
Okay.
So it was like, that's what I had a passion to do because that's how I let everything out. That was my way of expressing myself. But I had went through like this phase where it was just like I was numb to everything. And it was just like, I don't even want to do it no more because I don't even have nothing to say. Like I don't have nothing to express. And I had writer's block for so long, and it just made me, it like discouraged me, and it was just like I don't even want to do music no more. And I remember I would meet people and they would be like, oh, I want to introduce you to so-and-so, or I want to introduce you to them. And I would just be like, that's not even what I want to do in my life anymore.
Wow. So what did that come from? Like, why were you, was that, because I know you spoke about, you said you had lost a friend. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that, but was it from like those situations, or what made you just like
It was
numb to life?
shortly after that, but it was just so many other situations that kept occurring, and it was just like, oh my goodness, like this is too much.
Okay.
Like it was too much for me to even process and be like, okay, this is what I'm going through. How am I going to cope with it? So it was just like, instead of trying to cope with it, I just shut down completely.
Okay. And so you said music was how you ended up coping. Like, how did you end up coming out of that? Was it music or?
I got tired of being sad.
Okay.
I just got super tired of being sad, and I was like, this is not me. And this is like, I'm not myself anymore. Like, this isn't who I am. And I know that. So I used to isolate myself and shut myself in a room and listen to music all day. And that's how I got back into it.
Okay. Because I was going to ask you that, because I know a lot of people don't have that attitude to be like, I'm tired of being sad. Some people just, basking in it. And I'm like, so I think that's kind of cool to hear that you said to yourself, like, man, I'm tired of this. And found a way.
I don't like feeling like this. Okay. I hate being sad. I always want to be happy.
So you agree it's a controllable thing. You can choose to be. I do think
it's a controllable thing. I feel like when you're going through something, it's okay to go through it and to feel the emotions. And it's okay for it to pop back up and for you to remember something and feel those emotions again. But don't dwell on it.
Okay.
And don't keep dwelling on it, because it's like, words are powerful and so is your mind. And it's like, you can think yourself into depression without anything being wrong. Just like you can think yourself out of depression.
That's cool. I agree. I think that's 100% accurate. I don't think people actually understand it a lot. So that's cool to see. And so you feel like also like in certain situations when you're a human and you slip, like say you're on this positive roll and you slip, you don't ever beat yourself up about it, or you don't ever like, how do you get yourself to snap back and like, okay, I'm tripping. Like, what is that? How do you know what I'm saying? How do you consciously be like, you know what, I was tripping right there? Because sometimes you might be like, I'm right. But then like those times when you like, how do you figure out which is?
There has been times where I was like, I'm right and I don't care what nobody else is saying. Because y'all wrong and I'm right. And there has been times where I was like, I could have handled that different.
Okay.
That was wrong.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, it's cool to hear that, because like I said, me actually tapping into some of your music, I think a lot of what you're saying is tying into how your music is. It explains a lot. And in a sense, like, because that recent song I just was When You're Drunk, or what is it? When I'm Drunk. When I'm Drunk, that is fire.
Thank you.
And I kind of want to elaborate a little bit on that as far as like, where your mind's at, because to me personally, watching that is like industry worthy. Like, so like, are you like, no, for sure. So like, where's your mindset right now with music as far as like that recent drop in that video?
Right now, my mindset is really just focusing on building my fan base and getting more exposure. I want more people to hear my music. I want it to just spread a little wider. It's spreading far.
Okay.
It's been a lot of like big opportunities. I've had a lot of people reaching out to me, but it's just like,
what kind of opportunities?
I've had record labels reaching out to me.
Can you say who?
I'm not gonna say
okay,
who.
I'm just curious.
I'm not gonna say who.
Okay.
But I've had people outside of record labels reaching out to me. I've had producers reaching out to me.
This not are they talking something that's like got you like like I'm about to make a choice?
Like I'm weighing my options.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think, are they lowballing you right now, or are they like you just want to see if you can get a little bit more?
I don't want to be so quick to just jump the gun.
For sure.
Because I feel like I'm so early on in my music career. If this is what's presenting itself to me right now, why would I be so early to jump the gun? Like, sometimes just be patient.
Okay.
And see where things go.
Okay. So your mind, I see where your mind is. Okay, so you're kind of like, it's time. I'm not, you ain't waiting, but like, you know you're the one. Like, nah, okay.
Yeah,
so,
I know what it is.
Okay. Do you know what got all that attention? Like, what record was it that got all this attention?
How many more?
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So can you talk about that record?
How Many More was really the same story for I Don't Want to Come Down. Except How Many More wasn't out yet. It was just an unreleased song in my files. And I was like, I'm finna make some content to it, because I had already knew in my head that I was putting together a mixtape, because people been asking me to start putting out music for years. So I was like, I'm finna put together a mixtape. And I put together this piece of content for How Many More in my room. I shot that video in my room. And
You shot it yourself or someone?
set up the camera.
Oh,
Set up the camera. Put the song on a speaker.
and this way. Okay.
No.
Edit it too or?
My boyfriend edited it on his phone.
Okay. That's crazy.
Shot it on an iPhone.
See?
And we posted it on TikTok. We posted it on Instagram.
Y'all hear that?
We posted it on everything. And I woke up. It was doing cool numbers on TikTok. And I was like, okay, numbers going up. Then later that day, I was sitting in the car smoking with my girlfriend. And I was checking my views on TikTok. And I said, oh my God. And I ran in the house. And I was telling everybody in the house, like, look, y'all, look. And we all knew, like, we knew it was going to go crazy. But it's just, it happened so fast. We was like, oh.
What's that feeling like? Like, just
It
as
was
a,
crazy.
You know what I mean? Are you like more so like, yo, I made, or like, oh, I gotta get some more work. Like, I gotta get the, you know what I'm saying?
It was like, oh, I got to start working.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it was like,
Okay.
this ain't even out. This
Okay.
just one song. I got to start working.
Okay. So do you like people still knowing you for that record, or is there other records that you're like, no, I need y'all to start listening to this right now? Like, I know y'all like these records, but y'all sleeping right now.
I love the fact that so many people know how many more, but I wish that they would just listen to some of my other records more, because
Okay.
it's like so many people love that song. And it's just like a lot of people don't even know that I have a whole mixtape outside of that.
Okay. And that's tough, because I know as an
Yeah.
artist, you're like, I know y'all love it, but I got some.
Yeah, it's like,
okay.
if y'all think this is fire, come over here.
Right,
So I
right.
can show y'all these.
How you think you get them to come over there? Because I'm curious, like, what do you think is
I feel like you
Gonna get
really
them.
just got to have a good piece of content to grab their attention. Like,
For sure.
It's really just about grabbing their attention.
how you market it? For
Yeah.
sure, for sure. That's okay. So you do shows? Because I know I saw you. I think it was the Uptown Theater.
You
Was that this
seen
stuff?
me at the Uptown Theater.
Saw you there.
You did?
Fire. Yeah, saw you
Thank
there.
you.
Fire.
I
is
was
it-
so...
were you nervous?
I'm always nervous.
Okay,
Every time I
right.
perform, right before I go on stage, I have these jitters. And then, like, 30 seconds into set, I be like, okay, I'm
Feeling
in
it.
there.
Yeah.
I'm in there. So I was nervous, but when I actually sat down and started singing and my song started playing and I saw how the crowd reacted to me, I was like, oh my God, y'all listen to me for real.
Yeah.
Like, y'all really know my songs.
That's what's
So-
up. How's that feel too? I just kind of.
It was warming.
Okay.
It was super warming because it was like, dang. Because, you know, people can hype up your music on social media, but you don't know if they really listening to it for real.
sure.
So to hear the crowd singing along with you, it's like, oh, y'all fuck with me. Y'all fuck with me.
Does that help though? Like moving forward, like in other shows?
For
like,
sure, for
Okay.
sure.
So have you done a lot of shows, or was that like one of your?
I do a lot of open mic.
Okay.
I've done 3 shows, like actual bookings so far,
Mm-hmm.
but I do a lot of open mic to get out there and meet different people. And I've actually made a lot of good connections in the city
Okay.
from doing that.
Okay, it's working because apparently,
Anybody working on their music career that want to get their music out there, I definitely advise them to go perform at open mics.
Okay,
I feel like it's a really good crowd.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know we weren't gonna elaborate too much on the question, but I do want to ask. So, like, could you tell, or in a sense, you don't like people tying you into who you're with, mm-hmm. and as an artist, I respect that. Could you kind of like talk about it as far as like why you feel like people are, or why you think that's not such a good thing? You know what I mean?
Because
Because
I
a lot of
feel
people
like-
feel different.
Yeah.
They want that.
A
So-
lot of people feel like it is a good thing, you know? But it's just like, I want you to see who I am as a person.
For sure.
Instead of, when people bring me up, it's like always me tied to somebody else's name. And it's like, no, I'm so much more than that. Like, and I wish y'all would at least try to get to know me.
Right,
Get to know me.
for sure.
And then I feel like when you really make that mark on somebody, once they get to know you, they're not going to have any choice but to be like, oh, that's Kaleen.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts. Do you think though, and I'm not going to talk too much, but do you think at the same time maybe it could be a good thing if you use it in that sense? Like if you use it like, okay,
I
That
feel
may be one
like,
of the reasons why you're looking at me, but that doesn't have to be the reason why I make it.
yeah,
You know
because
what
I
mean?
feel like whether that's why I grab your attention or not, you either got it or you don't.
Right.
You either got it or you don't. Because a
Right.
lot of people can have the connections, they can know the people, but you just don't got what the people are looking for.
For sure.
So,
I agree. All right. I respect that. I think that was well said, and I think people watching can kind of
yeah.
at least respect you on your behalf of being you and not just who you're talking to. So that's what's
For
up.
sure.
Speaking of that, I mean, too, like, I just got on Facebook this morning and I saw some stuff that had your name into it. What's
They
that
had me
about?
so fucked up on Facebook. Oh my goodness. I was getting my hair done. I was in the middle of getting my braids done. And my cousin, she texted me and she was like, they got me fucked up on Facebook. Why they playing with your girlfriend like that? I said, So I get on Facebook. I'm looking on her page, but I don't really, see too much on her page. So I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
what you see that I don't see? So then I started scrolling a little bit more, and I seen everything that was going on, and it was like, I'm finna get in y'all ass because y'all trying to pop it on here. And
Right.
this not that
Yeah.
at all.
Do you, like I said, and I don't want to talk, but do you feel like feeding into it is a good thing or a bad thing? Like, do you want to
I
be
feel
involved
like-
in a lot of that stuff, or are you just like, I want to be the type of artist that doesn't even really like engage?
I
or-
really, 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 really want to be so bad the type of artist that don't engage.
Right.
I want to be.
But you also
But
want
it's like, I can only ignore so much.
Facts.
It's
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to be in everything.
Yeah.
But don't have me too fucked up because you might see me
Okay.
in something.
Okay, respect. Okay, that's what's up. I like that answer. I feel like a lot of people forget that they are people outside of this.
Yeah, like
you know
at
what
the
I mean?
end of the day, we still people.
Yeah.
We still got feelings.
Yeah, and the
Y'all,
same
we
stuff
all
that-
on the same social media. Just like y'all woke up and seen it, we gonna wake up and see it too. Y'all don't think that's gonna make us feel some type of way?
No, okay. I don't think they do. I think they want such a crazy reaction
Yeah.
that they go that far. But at the
And
end of the day,
sometimes it's like not even worth giving the reaction. But then sometimes it's like, don't even let them try to get away with that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I respect that more than I feel like people give credit to. It's like they get mad at the response, but it's like you're not talking to the person who
Yeah.
made me
like,
want to respond like that.
Yeah, like, did you see what they said to me?
Yeah, they don't. It's like they look at it's like when we're younger. You only see the person who retaliated, not they only see the
Yeah.
person who retaliated.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. All right. Well, on that note, I mean, as far as like, what do you have going on? Like, what's your mindset moving forward, or where do you see yourself right now? From here to in a couple months now for what music is. Since you're buzzing on TikTok, I mean, that's So where are you headed?
Up.
Oh, okay. And where's up? I mean, more shows, more videos.
More shows, definitely more videos. I'm
Okay.
actually in the process of working on a new project as well.
Okay. What's the name of that?
I can't tell you.
Okay, I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to see what I
can't
you know what I
tell
mean. That's
you,
cool.
but
Okay.
what I can say, I can give like some hints out.
Okay.
My next project is going to be the following storyline to my first project. And if you pay attention on my first mixtape, all of my songs are put in order to tell a story. If you pay attention.
Okay.
So,
All right. I'm about to pay attention because that's dope. So I gotta definitely do some homework. That's what's
Yeah.
up. Okay. That's what's up. Okay. Anything else you want to elaborate on? Like I said, I'm excited to meet you. This was an awesome sit down.
I've been working with a live band.
Okay.
So,
Talk about that.
I'm super
How did this happen?
excited. I feel like was sitting in my room one day and I was like, I need to go back to my roots. Because for me, performing in high school all the time, because like I said, I went to a performing arts school.
Right.
I majored in vocal music because you have to have a major when you go to a performing arts school. And when I majored in vocal music, every time we had a performance, there were always live instruments. They always played the instruments live.
Okay.
Because we always had
That's-
the resources to do it.
For sure.
So it gave me like a sense of comfort to have that again, and to be able to stand on stage and perform with a live band, with live backup singers, because that's how I'm used to doing it. It's not the same and it's not as intimate as just going on
Playing-
stage and singing on top of a track.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like it feel different
Okay.
when you singing with a band.
That's what's up. I like that. So moving forward, is that what that's going to be at your shows, or are your recordings going to have more
Y'all gonna
live bands?
see.
Okay.
But just
Okay.
know I'm working with a band.
Okay. Well, shoot. Since you work with a band, you're gonna have to come on the spotlight. We got a lot. We doing a
With
lot
my
of
whole
things.
band.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to be the first one.
With my whole band and my singers. Can I bring my dancers too?
Yeah.
That's
You
what
like
I'm
that?
saying.
All
Yeah.
right, bet. Say less. Well, I'm excited to meet you. I hope we get to do more of these in the future. But Kaleen, thank you for coming and sit down. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I really had a lot of fun with y'all today.
Absolutely. Likewise.
All right, and I'll see y'all again.
Yep. Yeah.